Today, I have an amazing story for you. It's not just for your listening practice, but also to inspire you. The story is called Nothing is Free, and it will show you how hard work and determination can change lives. There was a young man named Leo, 20 years old, who lived in a small, quiet town surrounded by mountains. Leo had big dreams. He wanted to own a chain of restaurants and become a successful entrepreneur. But life wasn't easy for him. His family struggled financially. His father, Mark, worked as a mechanic. His mother, Claire, cleaned houses to make ends meet. And his younger sister, Sophie, only 10 years old, looked up to Leo as her hero. One cold evening, Leo sat outside his small house, staring at the stars. He whispered to himself, "I want to give my family a better life. But how do I start when we barely have enough to survive?" The next day, Leo shared his dream with his father. Mark sighed and said, "Leo, dreams are not free. If you want something, you have to fight for it. Start with what you have, even if it's small." Those words struck Leo deeply. Soon after, he noticed something. People in his town loved fresh bread, but the nearest bakery was far away. That gave him an idea. He would sell bread locally. But there was a problem. Leo had no money to buy the bread. Instead of giving up, he took a chance. He walked miles to meet Mr. Anderson, the bakery's owner. The man was old, grumpy, and rarely trusted anyone. Leo said with confidence, "Mr. Anderson, I want to sell your bread in my town. I don't have money to pay you up front, but if you trust me for 1 week, I'll return your money and keep a small profit." Mr. Anderson raised an eyebrow. "And why should I trust you?" Leo replied firmly, "Because I am determined, and I'll work hard to prove myself." After a long pause, Mr. Anderson said, "All right, I'll give you bread for 1 week, but if you fail, don't come back." Leo's heart filled with hope. The next morning, Leo carried the bread to his town and set up a small stand near the park. At first, people were hesitant, but Leo offered free samples, smiled, and greeted everyone with energy. Fresh bread, warm and delicious. By the end of the day, he had sold everything and made his first profit. That evening, he proudly returned the money to Mr. Anderson. From then on, Leo worked tirelessly. He woke up at 4 a.m., walked to the bakery, carried bread, and sold it with passion. After 2 months, he saved enough to buy a cart, making it easier to transport more bread. One day, a customer suggested, "Leo, why don't you bake your own bread? You're good at selling, but if you bake, you'll earn even more." The idea excited Leo, but also scared him. He had never baked before, yet he realized something important. Nothing is free. Not success, not knowledge, not growth. If I want to succeed, I must take risks and learn. Leo asked Mr. Anderson to teach him how to bake. At first, the old man refused. "Why should I teach you? If you bake, you won't buy from me anymore." But Leo answered, "You're right. But I'll never forget the man who gave me my first chance. If I succeed, I'll also help your bakery." Mr. Anderson thought for a while, then agreed. The lessons began at 3 a.m. before sunrise. Leo struggled. His bread was too hard, too soft, sometimes inedible. Discouraged, he thought of giving up. But then he remembered his father's words. Dreams are not free. He kept practicing. Slowly, his bread improved. One day, Mr. Anderson handed him a loaf and said, "Perfect. You're ready." Leo was overjoyed. He rented a small oven and began baking at home. His family supported him. Sophie helped pack the bread, and Claire made tea while he worked late. Soon, Leo added cookies and pastries to his menu. People loved them, but success attracted competition. A young man named Eric opened a big, fancy bakery in town. His shop had colorful signs and beautiful cakes. Curious customers started buying from him instead. Leo's sales dropped. Fear crept in. But instead of panicking, he listened to his customers. They told him Eric's shop looked cleaner, more attractive, with decorated cakes. Leo adapted. He painted his cart, added bright decorations, and learned cake decoration from library books. Slowly, customers returned. One evening, an elderly woman said, "I've seen many young men give up when times get hard. But you didn't. That's why we trust you." Her words gave Leo strength. Months later, Leo's business grew, and he opened a small shop called Leo's Fresh Bakes. His family worked alongside him. The bakery became the heart of the town. But life wasn't done testing him. One stormy night, as Leo was closing, he noticed smoke near the oven. A fire broke out. He managed to stop it, but much of his equipment was destroyed. The next morning, the townspeople gathered. Some whispered, maybe this is the end for him. Leo felt heartbroken, but not defeated. Standing outside, he declared, "This is just another challenge. I won't give up." He asked Mr. Anderson, now retired, for advice. The old man smiled. "Leo, you already know the answer. Work harder, believe in yourself, and others will believe in you too." Inspired, Leo started baking again at home with the little equipment he had left. He told his customers, "I won't let you down, even if I can only serve a small amount for now." The town admired his courage. People donated ingredients, money, and time. Together, they helped rebuild his bakery. Months later, Leo reopened his bakery, bigger and better than ever. The mayor himself attended the grand reopening and said, "Leo, you are a true inspiration. You've shown us that with determination, anything is possible." Leo stood before the crowd and said, "Nothing in life is free. Not success, not respect, not love. Everything must be earned with hard work, patience, and persistence. Never let failure stop you. Every challenge is just a step towards something greater." From that day on, Leo's Fresh Bakes was more than a bakery. It became a symbol of hope. People came from other towns just to meet the young man who never gave up. Dreams are not free. They demand hard work and sacrifice. Failure is not the end. It's a lesson to grow stronger. Help yourself first. When people see your effort, they'll support you. Never give up. The darkest moments often come just before success. Leo didn't just build a bakery. He built a life filled with purpose, respect, and pride. And so can you. Whatever your dream is, don't stop chasing it. Because nothing is free, but everything is possible.